Hi there, this is Claire aka Minimal.plan, and today I'm gonna show you what's inside PROJO, the project journal. So for those who are familiar with my work, PROJO is a 3 month planning tool I designed to help you manage your project. I'm going to walk you through the 3 months project pack. So it's a starter pack and it features everything you need to get started with project planning, any tips you need to plan your project, and it also features 2 books. So actually, the PROJO planning system is split into 2 books. You have the P book, which is the project planning book, and the N book, which is the notes and lists book. And the two of them are working together to form a whole planning system. I'm going to show you what's inside the P book, what's inside the N book, and how they work together to make you better at managing projects. So here we go. I'm going to crack it open and show you what's inside. So here you have a clear cover, and the clear cover holds the 2 books, so the project book and the notes book. When you open the pack, you can see that you have here a start guide. So the guide is here to give you every information you need to be off to a great start with your project. It's full of planning tips. I'm gonna put it aside for now and I'll show you what's inside a bit later. Now we're gonna see what's inside the project book. So you have a table of content, but that's not really important here. What I wanted to show you is really the planning spread. So the project book features all the planning spreads you need to manage your project, to plan them and to make sure you're gonna achieve them. So the first planning spread is the vision board. It's a free space, as you can see, where you can write all your dreams, your vision of the future, and set goals. So here my advice is to use mind map to map your goals, project into the future, and set, let's say, short, midterm, and long-term goals. Once you're done here, you're gonna choose 3 to 5 goals you want to work on, and the guide will help you with that. And once you know which goals you want to work on, you can go to the goals roadmap. So the goals roadmap is here to help you refine your goals and make them smart. So you have 5 rows for each one of your goals, and for each goal you're gonna define the purpose. So why do you want to achieve your goal, and the why is really important. That's your motivation. Then you have a first steps, so which steps do you need to take to get closer to your goal, and then you have 3 boxes which are for 3 months, 6 months, and 1 year. And here you get to decide where you want to be in 3 months, 6 months, and 1 year from now regarding this goal. So this is really about putting a time frame on your goal and make sure you know why you want to achieve them. Once you're done here, you switch to project mode with the project's timeline. So it basically works like a Gantt chart, if you're familiar with that tool. So you have rows for your project. So for each goals you defined, you're gonna set one or several projects depending on how big the goal is. And then you have 15 columns. So the 15 columns are for the 15 week of the 3 months. So as it's a 3 months project planner, you have 15 columns for the 15 weeks. So you're gonna list your projects here, and here number the week, and here you get to draw arrows and lines, and to define the legs of your project, and legs, deadlines, and everything you need to have a clear idea of how you want to organize yourself to make this project happen. So that's the project timeline. When you're done here, you end up having a master plan of your projects and a very clear idea of what the next 3 months are supposed to look like. Then you have all the everyday planning spreads. So first of all, you have monthly planning spreads. So on the left page, you have a bullet journal-like calendar to log your events, appointments, deadlines, and everything time-related. And then you have a space to manage your project. So it's a key project section because each month you're going to decide on 3 projects you really want to work on, and for each of them you're going to decide on a goal. So what do you want to achieve this month regarding this project? And then you have space to break your projects into smaller tasks here. A note space for everything else, like any other project going on, or maybe task list. And if I turn the page, it's also part of the monthly setup. You have a free space here for any other task list you need, but maybe also habit tracker, financial tracker, or anything you need really. And on the right, you have the monthly reflection page. And this is really important because in addition to planning your project, you're also gonna assess progress on your projects on a monthly basis. So you have a monthly highlight section here for gratitude and lesson learned, and you also have, and that's the important part, the projects review. So for each one of the 3 key projects you decided to work on here, you're going to assess progress at the end of the month. So you have a progress bar here to assess progress, and then you have a section where you got to write which steps you completed and what are the next steps you need to take. And this is really important to make sure you're still on track and to adjust your plan if you need to. So you have 3 monthly setups like that for the 3 months of the project planning of the project planner, and then you have 15 weekly spreads like that. So you can see that on the weekly spread you have still the key project section, so that you can really handle your everyday life while you keep your projects in sight. So here you're gonna list the projects you want to work on and split them down into smaller tasks too. You have a notes section here for everything else, and at the bottom of the spread you have a weekly overview table. So this is actually a schedule where you're gonna put everything time related. So this is a time ladder you can adjust to your need, and then here you write the day of the week, obviously, and then you can log your events, appointments, and you can even time block your tasks if you want to. So this weekly spread is really here to help you manage your project while you keep managing your everyday life too. So really the aim is to help you staying on top of things at any moment, and not putting your projects aside because you're so overwhelmed with everything else. So you have 15 weekly spreads like that. And at the very end of the project book, you have some additional notes pages, but also a quarterly reflection page, which is similar to the monthly reflection page, but helps you assess progress for the 3 months that just passed. So that's basically what's inside the P-book. So you have 3 big planning spreads, I say, so the vision board, the goals roadmap, and the project timeline. And then you have the everyday planning spreads. So these are the monthly spreads and the weekly spreads. So the P-book is really here to help you plan your projects, while the handbook is here to help you document them. I'm going to show you how it works. So now that you have a better idea of what's inside the P-book, so the project planning book, I'm going to show you the handbook, which is the notes and list book. So really the 2 books are working together as a whole planning system. So the handbook, the notes and list book is basically a notebook. So you have a table of content here to keep track of what's inside. And then you have 61 numbered dotted pages. So the handbook is really here to hold your notes, your ideas, your sketches, and additional lists if you need more room. It actually creates a space of freedom in your planning system. So let's take an example. Maybe you're thinking of remodeling your kitchen or maybe offering new products or services to your clients. So you're gonna start by brainstorming in the handbook, putting all your ideas on paper, and once you're done with brainstorming, you can go to the P-book to actually organize your project and make sure they'll fit your planning, okay? So really the handbook is about being creative, while the P-book is about being organized. That's how they work together. So here you really unleash your creativity, and on the P-book you get organized to make your ideas come true, to bring them to life. So that's how the two books are working together. So the P-book is the project and planning book, and the handbook is the notes and list book. Now that I'm done about showing you what's inside the books, I'm gonna open the guide to show you what's inside. Okay, so each PROJO pack comes with a quick start guide that is here to help you get started with your PROJO and make the most out of your planner. So on the first page, you just have a reminder of the three big steps of the PROJO process, which are shape a vision, so it's about projecting into the future and define goals. Outline your path, this is the project planning part. And then you have make it happen. So this is about using the weekly and the monthly spreads to keep your projects on track. Now I'm gonna open it and you'll see here you have a section which is called how the planner is set up, and it's a reminder of the spread you can find inside the P-book and what purpose they serve. And then you have how this planner will help you. So this is more about how you can benefit from using PROJO. And then you start planning. So the start planning, you just need to open the guide this way, right here. And you have here a full page of tips. Actually, it works as a tutorial, so it's pretty busy, I know, but it holds all the information you need to get started with your P-book. So you have 6 steps with instructions to follow, and in addition to the instruction you also have some small examples of the spread so that you can project into how you could use them to serve your own projects. And you also have tips, additional planning tips to help you get started with your PROJO. So really all you have to do when you receive your PROJO is to open the guide, take a pen, and you can get started to plan your projects. And if you want to take your planning game to the next level, I'm gonna show you that you have also, in addition to the physical PROJO, I'd say, you also have online resources that you have access to. So when you get a PROJO pack, you get automatically access to exclusive online resources. So the resources are here to help you tune your planning system to make it fit your own needs. So in the freebie library, the PROJO freebie library, you'll get printables, worksheets, and additional planning tips to help you better manage your project, better define them, and you can also add things to your planning, such as habit trackers, financial trackers, and lots of other printable. So that's actually what you have in PROJO. You have 2 books, so the project book and the handbook, you have a guide to help you get started planning your projects, and you also have access to exclusive online resources. And that's what makes PROJO a whole planning system, because you have a planning part with a P-book and a documenting part with a handbook, and you also have all the information you need to get started planning your project and get better at planning your project and achieving them. So that's all for today. In the next video, I'm gonna show you what's inside my own journal, how it's set up, and how it helps me to stay on top of all my projects. So stay tuned.